people! Do you know I've lived in Lagos all my life? You know?
Lagos has an appealing charm. It is the commercial nerve center of Nigeria. Or do I say, Africa?
Yeah, but then it is the melting pot of all cultures.
Say that again.
Mm-hmm.
Lagos has a lot of energy. The population makes it a viable marketplace for anyone in business.
Yeah, for me, Lagos is a land of opportunities.
So let's join Lagos State Government and tourism stakeholders on the tour of the best of Lagos.
And be sure Goge Africa will be showing you some places we also think you need to know.
Oh, yeah.
So let's do this.
Lagos, in its cosmopolitan essence, has attracted Nigerians and international tourists alike. Drawn by its raving economic activities, bustling entertainment circle, and abundant touristic attractions, scattered across its 5 divisions, namely Ikeja, Pedigree, Ikorodu, Lagos, and Ekpe, collectively known as Ibile. Although the smallest state in Nigeria, with a territorial land area of 351,861 hectares, the famed Nigeria's aquatic splendor, stretching over 180 kilometers along the Atlantic, is a stemming point where tourists get enchanted in an immersive romance with culture, history, and adventure. Characterized by an increasingly teeming population, this megacity is gearing to translate its population advantage to revenue earned through tourism, in line with its dream of making Lagos a 21st century economy and boosting its position as the entertainment and tourism hotspot of Africa. Spurred by the theme Development Agenda of the State, initiated by the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration, the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, led by the dynamic pharmacist Akimbile Yusuf, initiated a 3-day farm tour across the 5 divisions of the state to acquaint tourism stakeholders with the tourism potentials, infrastructures, and destination glamour of the state. Taking off from the green recreational space of Ndobisi Kanu Park in the Ikeja division of the state, the first point of call was a new Africa shrine, the bustling entertainment spot founded by the iconic Femi Anikulapo Kuti, the son of the Afrobeat legend Fela Anikulapo Kuti. Here we explored the cultural, spiritual, and leisure hotbed which the shrine has come to represent. Guided by the soft-spoken manager of the facility, Mr. Sunday Asian.
Over here is the shrine. This was built in memory of Fela. Everything here is seen here to show what Fela used to do. Fela was an ardent African believer. He believed in Africanism. So we put this up in his remembrance. Fela used to worship, pray to ancestors, give thanks to our Creator for everything he's doing. And he used to actually worship in the real sense. And now these are water. Water is life. Name of African gods. The top there is the clothes Fela used to wear for his concert. We change this every week, every 2 weeks. These are artifacts, natural design of Fela, picture of Fela. And this is what Fela used to use, his band, Fela in Egypt 80.
After the tour, the participant sat to a stakeholders engagement with the ace showbiz personality, Eddie Lawani.
Making Lagos the development capital of Africa, is that possible? Is it necessary? It is possible, it's necessary. It's not too late to get it right.
We proceeded to two critical tourism infrastructures of the state, the ultra-modern Ikeja Bus Terminal, which is about 11 minutes drive to the airport, capable of conveying 6,000 commuters daily from different routes across the state, facilitating prompt and convenient movement from the point of arrival to hospitality enclaves scattered across its landscape, down to pleasurable touristic destinations.
We do an average of 5,000 to 6,000 commuters daily from this terminal.
The Oceani terminals, a steely infrastructural edifice of 3 terminals sited across 3 locations, but interconnected to facilitate foot and vehicular traffic through a skylink, which not only transformed the skyline of the once traffic reading location, but also reshaped the narrative of Oceani from the fearsome headquarters of chaos to an alluring magnificence of sort.
From Terminal 3 to Terminal 2 and Terminal 1. So the essence of the Skylink itself is to take passengers and pedestrians across, the road. Because part of what this terminal also is for safety. We don't want people running across the road.
Expansively equipped with sophistry, the terminal, though not fully occupied yet, is presently fitted to offer a blissful recreational experience to tourists commuting within and out of the state, from the ticketing process to boarding and finally disembarkation, without the fear of harassment by hostile miscreants. One of such tourism destinations with huge patronage is a green recreational creative facility, Freedom Park, sited within the cultural capital of Lagos Division. Historically, a colonial prison turned into a refuse dump from lack of use. It was given a facelift prior to Nigeria's 50th anniversary. Today, it is famed as an icon of historical and cultural independence to tourists, creatives, and the public alike, as echoed by Theo Lawson.
Well, I think Freedom Park is very important to tourism as the first colonial prison, site of the first colonial prison in Nigeria, which was established in 1872 and finally closed down in 1972, all of 100 years. So, but now it has that history. It has been established as a place. We sent a proposal for a park to create a green space in Lagos, an oasis where people can get away from the madness around Lagos and find a place where they can find peace in nature.
The essence of this farm tour is to promote our community-based tourism, is to intimate our stakeholders about the assets the government has put in place for them to market. Like we started with our terminals, because transportation is key to tourism. Transportation is the major thing that can promote or hinder tourism. And we want to prepare the mind of our stakeholders that Lagos State government with our team's agenda, we are ready for this. We have the intermodal transport management in Lagos that you can go on water, you can go on rail, and you can as well go on your buses. So we've been to our terminals and we see that all the terminals, they are ready for business. They are ready for tourists. And we want to let the stakeholders be aware that we can create wealth with tourism. We can create souvenirs for tourists to pick, and we can enable this by ensuring that we partner together and ensure the right thing is always in place at the appropriate time.
Having experienced a sunny ride on the road, the journey continues through the chilly waterways. All geared up in a safety jacket, ready to sail from the alluring ambience of the 5 cowries terminal, Lekki, to Pedigree Division, aboard the multimodal transportation means of a speedboat. Fascinated by the beauty of the waterways and heavy glides through the vast water bodies. Our arrival was greeted by the evocative reception of a cultural troupe only seen in the historic city of Badagry. Known for its place in slave era as a port of no return, today this city, also famed as the entry port of Christianity, under the famed Ajia tree, replaced with an obelisk monument, is a point of reconnection for African diaspora. One striking destination to visit is the Pedigree Slave Market Museum, the first bilingual museum in Africa, located in the original slave market of Lekki, constituting of 10 galleries. A trip to the museum is a historically thrilling engagement through the path of the slave trade from its inception to its abolition.
So here, this is the meeting between the Badagry king and the slave trader back then. So they were given a place on the Berefo Island to build their camp because they stayed on the island. It was the Africa that actually went into the hinterland to enslave fellow Africans. So this portion, this set of land was provided for them by the king of Badagry at the popular Berefo Beach, also known as the point of no return. So after this agreement, Badagry was very much involved in the acquisition of slaves. So this is a popular chief in Badagry known as Chief Posu of Badagry. He was a warlord. In fact, he was a contemporary of Oshodi Tapa of Lagos. So this is Posu who embarked on several wars in an attempt to gather slaves. So these are slaves taken from Ketonu in present Republic of Benin, approaching the Badagry slave port.
While many tourists would associate Badagry with the history of slavery, this coastal city, frisked with coconut palms, is arguably a burgeoning art hub with its really unique artistic expressions, formed from the husk of coconut.
Thank state government and federal government that they are working seriously on that Badagry road. So by the time the road is finished, I think Badagry will be quite open to the whole world. And then bear it in mind that Badagry is a super highway to West Africa countries. So which has given Badagry so many edges over other regions in Lagos State.
Our train moved further afield to the fishing sanctuary of Ekpe Division. First to Lekki Conservation Center, a nature reserve away from the hustle and bustle of Lagos. Located in the opulent enclave of Lekki is a pristine eco-touristic destination of Lekki Conservation Center, boasting the longest canopy walkway in Africa. Thereafter, we arrived at Nike Art Gallery in Lekki, arguably the richest gallery in West Africa, where we were met by the enchanting allure of art in its diverse forms.
This is a process for us to market all our tourism sites in Lagos State. As you can see, we started yesterday from Fela Shrine to Freedom Park to Oshodi Terminal. So from there, we now ferry ourselves back straight down to Badagry. And today we are back here at Nike Art Gallery. So the motive behind this is to just tell all our tourists all over the world who are planning to visit Lagos State that this is the beautiful site they can as well visit.
The farm tour, to me, we have been clamoring for this, even from the executive side. The executive, they have been planning their own, and from the legislator, we've gone around the state to see where we can put all our monument tourism attraction.
I know we have so many places that we could have gone, or what could have showcased. But by and large, the more you go, the more you see. That is Lagos for you. So it now depends on who wants to visit Lagos and where your interest is. You understand? So what the most important thing for us is to make sure that we document what we have so that you can click on what exactly you want anytime you are visiting Lagos. All right? So all what we have are meaningful depending on individual.
Sipping from the abundance of creative aesthetics and the cultural hospitality offered by the legendary Mama Nike, we moved to a royal reception from an indigenous cultural troupe at the palace of the traditional ruler, His Royal Majesty Oba Kamarudin Animashaun, who expressed willingness to welcome tourists, government and investors alike to explore the community.
I appreciate your coming to this tourism team, and I'll thank a very good kudos to Lagos State Government by creating Ministry of Tourism to make sure that we people, we in the riverine area and we in some of these localities that are heritage and some of this culture, has to bring our potential out to show the Lagos State Government, to show the whole world that this is what we have.
Wheeling down to the Oluwo Fish Market, an expansive water body where fish caught in the fishing hinterlands are sold, we saw why this community is renowned as a fishing sanctuary. At every turn was a sight of a different species of fish, of different sizes and other seafoods.
Our fish market has been, it's almost 200 years, and since inception, this market comprises of just women alone. It's only women that trade in Oluwo market here.
We're right here at the fish market in Ekpe. The interesting thing is that this is a very historic town. It has been in existence for a very long time.
That's right.
It's a historic town for food, for me, because you see, all the fish you find over here, they more like are kept alive right here because they come from all the way from the other side. You see those men in the boats? They are the ones that go over there, and those are the people that catch different kinds of fish, call it barracuda, catfish, tilapia. When they get those from them, they now ferry it over here with their boats. Once they land at this port, the women here, you find that mostly women do this. The women here now take over. They collect the fish from them, dump them here, so they stay fresh. So anytime you come, anytime the fish is fresh.
It is a step in the right direction for us to start exploring. Actually, I just came from a farm trip in Doha, and to come back and see that Lagos State is doing the exact same farm trip is a step in the right direction. To bring people in to experience our local environment. I've never been to Ekpe. This is the first time in my entire life. To be here and experience Ekpe, I've heard about the fish in Ekpe. When I leave here, I'm going to the market, and spend money in local environment is a step in the right direction.
Hello people, welcome to the Ekpe Fish Market. See, the difference is clear. We're live at biggest fish market in Lagos. The hospitality has been on point, everything nice, and there's no how we're going to leave this place without buying some fish. This is catfish, the river, the ocean one. So yes, I cannot wait to taste this. And of course, you can see that tourism is not complete unless currencies has exchanged hands. The indigenes are happy, the tourists are happy. So you see, this woman has sold almost everything that she has here, as well as most people that you see. You can see bushmeat here. There are different kinds of fish, different sizes, different colors, and that's it. You see, it's just a very great thing that we're here today. So if you know you're going to visit Ekpe, make sure you visit the Ekpe Fish Market. If not, your tour is not complete.
Making inroad into Ikorodu division, originally the homeland of the Remos and Ijebu ethnic groups, Its burgeoning industrial status has earned it a choice destination for many across diverse cultures, transforming it to a multicultural city. One of the bustling tourist lure in the division is the Oceani Arts Gallery, a private art gallery with over 5,000 art pieces committed to creative expression as a means of economic empowerment for youths.
This is made from junks, found objects around us that people don't take care of. We took them and we turned them to wealth. So it shows that there's nothing waste in art.
I personally am very excited about this. We haven't had this done before. Apart from the fact that as a tour operator, we individually, organize our own tours. But for the first time, we see an opportunity where the Ministry of Tourism, Lagos State, is also interfacing with stakeholders to organize a farm trip. And in that way, they're actually exposing us to the offerings of the state. A lot of infrastructure has been built, a lot of things have been put together to help with the promotion and development of tourism in Lagos State.
Wrapping up the 3-day farm tour, a courtesy call was made at the magnificent palace of the traditional ruler, His Royal Majesty Oba Kabiru Shotobi Adewale, who assured the stakeholders of the safety of tourists while making calls for willing investors to invest in the tourism value chain, captured in the Ikorodu Master Plan.
Wow, this is Lagos. Now, one great thing about Lagos State is this is a place where you make friends easily. It's so easy to make friends in Lagos. So, for some reason, we bumped into these guys here today at the park. And you are?
My name is Emmanuel Solution.
Solution?
Yes,
where are you from, Solution?
I'm from Cross River State.
Okay, Emmanuel Solution from Cross River State, and you are?
And I'm Chimdi Asika from Anambra State.
Anambra State. Okay, Anambra State, Cross River State, but for now, we are all Lagosians.
That's correct.
So tell me, what do you like most about Lagos? You first.
Well, I love the creative energy.
Yes! Yes! Cool. And you?
Opportunities, man.
Wow. Creative energy, a land of opportunities.
Okay, now, tell me, you just came into Lagos. Where have you visited in Lagos?
Okay, I was at the Omenka Gallery.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Okay, where else?
I was also at the embassy. I just went through the Walter Carrington Embassy.
Oh, okay.
And, yes.
No, Victoria Island. Yes.
And tomorrow I'd actually be at the Nikkei Art Gallery.
Nikkei Art Gallery.
All right, viewers. So stand by now for travel tips. Don't go away.
Yeah, every traveler needs it.
When you should take photographs. Photographs are exciting reminders to rekindle memories of exciting moments spent in the past. Tourists usually want to capture every of these moments at the slightest of opportunities. But most of the times, they run into troubles with the locals because of this. You may wonder why a harmless gesture such as taking photographs can lead to dispute between tourists and locals. Most people sometimes hide their faces from cameras because they believe their spirits are taken away by the tourists with each shot. Some are camera shy, and some don't just like their faces being shown on whatever platforms. Should you want to take photographs, make sure you answer the following questions. Will the locals take offense? Should you ask for permission first? Should you pay them for taking their picture? Do the locals want their pictures taken? If you find answer to these questions, you may then go ahead and take as many photos as possible. Until next week, when we meet you again, we advise you make your trips memorable and be safe. Bon voyage.
Yes, you've seen Lagos, they call it Eko, and Eko for show, as in it's the showbiz capital of Africa.
You can party all day and party all night.
On land or on sea.
You can say that again, baby.
And on that note, we like to call it a day. And see you same time on this channel.
You're still alive. Bye-bye.